Hello, hello. Welcome to my travel channel. My name's Barefoot Jeff, and if you've been here before, welcome back. And also be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so below, and hit that little bell button. They're both below, and the bell button's to the right. And be sure to share the channel. That's one way we grow the channel. Also, if you can leave a comment down below in the comments section, that'd be great. The comments for right now, let me know if you're planning on doing any traveling this winter. Today's video will be about where can we travel in 2020, mostly for U.S. citizens, but for anybody in the world, but focusing really for people from the U.S. and mostly on areas around that are close to the United States. I will mention one other besides that, but that's where we'll concentrate on, and places that are warm. And just an announcement, and that I will be traveling in the next 2, possibly 3 weeks from now, but maybe as late as 3 weeks. Still finishing up some things here in my town, about an hour and a half outside of Atlanta, out here at Lake Oconee. And if you stay to the end of the video, I'll let you know where I plan on going here and shooting some live stuff instead of some of the past videos of past trips. So stick around and we'll fill you in on where I'll be heading here in a few weeks. Alright, so we'll start with the furthest place that's not even really close at all to the United States. It's the longest flight, and it's over in Southeast Asia area. But I'm going to be talking about places to go to that you don't have to quarantine. There are many other places, and also places that are warm for people to escape the winters and be able to enjoy the beach. So let's get started. Alright, so the place we'll start with is the Maldives. It consists of about 1,200 islands. It's located southwest of Sri Lanka and India. It is a long flight from the United States, and the flight is not inexpensive, anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 round trip presently. And the hotels for 3 stars around $75, and then 5 stars start at around $600 and go on up from there. You can get an Airbnb for like under $50. Just depends on what islands you're going to and what type of accommodations you're looking for. But they're gorgeous islands. The water's crystal clear, and it's one place that I haven't been that was on my list to go, and probably going to wait until like India opens up and Sri Lanka and other places in Southeast Asia before I visit there. But if you are from the US, you don't have to quarantine there. You just need the COVID test. Of course, always be sure to check up on any current things with the state departments to find out if anything's changed, because things do change every week. Another place to travel to, which isn't really inexpensive either, is the Turks and Caicos. Their round trip ticket presently is around $500 round trip, which isn't too bad. The hotels, they can vary from 100 to 200, 300, 400 a night. You might be able to find some Airbnbs for a lot less, and it's a short flight in the Caribbean, so it's not too bad. There, you don't have to quarantine, you just need to have the COVID test, and I believe it's within 72 hours. And again, be sure to check any of the websites to make sure nothing's changed in the last, like I said, it changes weekly, monthly, so be sure to check on that. The only other Caribbean island that's open up right now where you don't have to quarantine is St. Bart's. Now St. Bart's, you're going to spend a little bit more on airfare. It runs around $600 to $700 presently for a round trip ticket, and the hotels will be even more expensive there than they would be on Turks and Caicos. They do have some Airbnbs, so you're probably looking at, I haven't checked recently, but 100, 200 and on up from that point. It's a gorgeous island. A lot of the movie stars and very wealthy people spend their New Year's there, so that time of the year you probably don't want to visit, because the hotels will be minimum $1,000 a night during that time of the year, and everybody's got their yachts parked out in the waters. It's a place I've never been. Someday I might go. It is an option where you don't have to quarantine and you just need the COVID test, and I think that again is within 72 hours. And as I mentioned before, and just be sure to check in with state departments to see if anything else is currently changed. Alright, so that covered pretty much the Caribbean islands. So now a place that's a lot more affordable and has a lot more choices to go to is, of course, that is open right now, is Mexico. Now Mexico presently got hit, Cancun, by a hurricane, and so it's, by the time you plan your trip, things will be back in order. You can get down to Mexico for anywhere from $400 to $500 round trip, just depending on what part of the United States. And there are tons of places to go: Puerto Vallarta, Cabo San Lucas. You got, of course, Cancun. Then you got Playa del Carmen, which is right next to Cancun, about an hour south. Then you've got Tulum, another hour or so south of that. And then across from Playa, you got Cozumel. And then Isla Morales is across from Cancun. It's an island as well. So there's tons of places to go, and I have a previous video if you want to check that out on Mexico. I've spent a lot of time in Mexico. It's a video on whether Mexico is safe or not. So check that video out, and stay tuned to the channel. I might have some updates on that, but also again, check the State Department's websites for anything changes that might happen. Mexico, you do not have to quarantine, and I don't believe you have to you might have to have no, I don't think you have to have the COVID test either, but I'm pretty sure you don't have to on that one too as well. Okay, and the final place that you can travel to for U.S. citizens is Costa Rica. It's a first place I ever went to back in '95 that I've spent 3 or more weeks out of the country. That was actually a month. I got some videos on that, some favorite beaches. When I went there in '95, I was planning on staying 2 weeks. I ended up staying 2 weeks longer. It's really not known for its beaches near as much as all the wildlife, the zip lines, the jungles, and all the nature, the volcanoes, the beautiful and gorgeous waterfalls. Costa Rica just opened up to some states at the beginning in September. In mid-October, more is opening up, and by November 1st, the whole United States will be allowed in. You just need a COVID test 72 hours before, and you have to fill out a medical form. And you have to also, with that one, you have to have traveler's insurance, which covers you for any medical things like COVID. But it's Costa Rica is the place that I'm going first. So that's what I decided on that. So I'll be there. I'll spend either anywhere from 1 to 3 months there, and then from there I'll probably head over to Mexico, and at that point, depending on if Southeast Asia opens up, whether I'll go from somewhere from there or not. Also, to get to Costa Rica, you've got 2 airports. You've got Liberia, which is in the northern part, and then you have San Jose, the main city. Depending on what part of the country you're flying into, it can run anywhere from about $400 to $600 for airfare. Spirit does fly into there, so you can get a round-trip ticket for around $200, but also beware that they do charge for luggage, so it can run a little bit over that. You can also take Spirit into Mexico as well in certain cities. Beautiful Costa Rica, definitely recommend that. Well, that concludes some of the places that I recommend to go to this winter, and those are 5 different areas that are warm, beautiful, gives you a nice variety of choices from the Caribbean to Mexico, which is part of North America and Central America, and then even Southeast Asia for the Maldives. So I hope that put in the comments down below, be sure to do that, if you plan on taking any trips this winter, fall, spring, and where you plan on going. And if you have any questions or anything like that, be sure to ask them in the comments as well. Also remember, if you haven't done so, as a reminder, hit that subscribe button down below and the little bell to the right of that, smash that, and share the video. It's one way I'm going to grow the channel, and it will enable me to travel more and provide more videos of different places around the world. And also remember, Live life barefoot and see you on the beach.